like, well, this guy's telling me I need to do this, but he's fat, or
Yeah,
he needs to lose weight. So whatever he's saying
I think I'm
has no
partial to that, right?
value.
But every once in a while, I do get hit with that. I'm like, fat? Really? Yeah, I could lose something. Uh, but I mean, you've seen when I was running, when I'm in prime running shape, even then I ran in Mustang weight, you know,
What's
Mustang weight
most?
is over 200. You know how many
Yeah,
guys that are over 200 pounds that can run 100 miles?
no.
Yeah, are pretty thin, you know? So they, just as I quit competitive running, they added the Mustang class. And that means in a marathon, if you're over 200 pounds, you can run in a different group.
Yeah.
Dude, I guarantee you, I was first place in most of those. You carry an extra 60 pounds for 26 miles. It's a
Yeah, like
difference.
you don't have a marathon runner body,
No,
obviously.
but I was hitting the gym 3 days a week. I got, here's the cool thing though. I was making great money at 6 employees or five. I would go run at noon until I didn't want to, but I had a schedule. I would get massaged twice a week, twice a week. I was in like I was some sort of professional athlete, but it's just to run marathons where you get paid nothing.
Yeah, you need a massage though,
Yeah, but I would
twice a week.
work, but my focus was never on work. Is that's what I'm trying to say. Like I created websites, wrote books, traded, but I went harder at life trying to run and I got paid nothing.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, and being alone doing that allowed me to think and write the books, and you get what I'm
Yeah, that's
saying?
true.
Also, I'm speaking like mostly to men when I say this, but if you seek comfort starting at like out of high school, it's like, oh, it's cold, you put on something. Oh, it's hot, you put on something. Oh, the shower. Like you need to do cold plunges like you do. Like you need to shock the shit out of yourself. Like,
Yeah.
if you seek comfort all the time, the first time you run into some like problems, you're not gonna be able to handle it.
Yeah.
Like say if you live broke and invest your money, what happens when you're broke? This is how I live already. Like, what do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh, but now your money's making money, so that concept that I just said right there, most people aren't thinking on it. That's what the second income stream is like a way to take your time, talent, and treasure, like whatever you're spending your time on, however you're making money, and keep it forever. That's what Bitcoin is,
Yeah.
right? It's a
Yeah.
it's a way of preserving it. I was trying to explain to someone Bitcoin. I was like, it's human energy, man. It's like you went and worked and you made money and you stored it on the blockchain. You know, it's it's beautiful. It's like you don't have to take all the money you're given and give it away, or spend it on bills.
Yeah.
But I've never taught budgeting because it would be disingenuous. Like I would have had to have gone and learned about budgeting to
Yeah,
teach.
it's like a diet. I'm not doing that.
Right? Do you ever just you just kind of know what you should be eating, right? Like honestly, if you wanted to eat right and work out the gym, we all know what the fuck you should be eating. You need to eat more chicken.
Yeah.
You need to eat more rice. You need to eat less bread. Drink more fucking water. You need to get up.
Yeah.
Like we stretch. You need to push yourself. And if you want to go harder, you could journal it, right?
Mhm.
Like you could write
Track
down
it.
how much you're bench pressing, and you could you could do that. I'd see people running. They would look like Batman. They had a fucking heart monitor. They had a fucking computer that was tracking last time they ran this, what their pace was. Like they have all this stuff, you know, fucking water bottles, fucking gel packs, fucking things, fucking light. They got a look like Batman. And I would just have shorts, no shirt, and a water bottle. Oh, and my music. That'd be it. Like I'm not worried about I'm not track. You don't need to track your heart rate. Like if you can't fucking breathe, right?
Yeah.
Like if your heart rate's being elevated. Like run harder. If you can breathe, you're not. You can
Yeah.
go. Yeah.
You can go harder.
Like it's not science. Like it's simple. That's what the money flow is too. It's like a very simple philosophy. That's how I would do running. You really just need shoes. Okay, you need shoes and you need shorts. You don't need a mile tracker. You don't need a
Yeah.
GPS thing. You don't need the shit in your shoe. You don't need the fucking walk counter. You know that walk counter. You count your steps.
Yeah.
Why do you need to count your steps? Just go fucking walking, dude. Like, go. But
Yeah,
people
you
try.
don't need it. Yeah. Some people find it interesting. Obviously you don't need it.
Now, some people are like, I didn't get my 10,000. And if it gets you out there and you do it, then fuck, yeah, I guess. Right. And so I think that's gamifying it. That's what they call it. We kind of do that with the second income stream. Right. Like you were telling me how many shares you had of whatever. And I was like, what? And you had more than me, you know, that sat with me
Yeah.
for days. I'm like, God damn, dude, I got to get some money in this fucking, that kind of like bothered me. So how'd you do in the pullback?
So far, so good.
Let me pull this up.
During the pullback, one of my other anchor funds like kind of crashed.
I mean, we've had a perfect storm. Wouldn't
Yeah,
you
my
say?
top three positions
I
had little
mean,
sell-offs.
this is a big fall from 880.
You can't see your chart.
Oh, hold on. How about there?
Yeah.
All right, this is Cornerstone Total Return Fund, CRF. I mean, that's a significant drop, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
Do you have your accounts up? What percentage
Yeah, I
of
have my account up.
is Cornerstone to? I got mine up too, pulling mine up. What
For
percentage?
Cornerstone, I
Yeah, like
got 23% of CRF and 23% of CLM, so
so
46% is just in
40.
Cornerstone.
Okay, so that's pretty good.
And then I got 24% in ECC, 10% in PSEC,
That's still
ASGI, 8%, gut, 8%, and then I get into like the indexes like QQI, USOY, XCT,
all right. So
RDTE, and then bonds.
your top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What are your top 10? Read them all.
So ECC from the top to bottom, ECC, CRF, CLM, QQY, PSEC, XCTE, ASGI, GUT, IWMY, and USOY.
All right, we're almost the same. Now, just for the audience watching, some of this will be different with her and me, just because what came available as she's putting money in, right? Like,
Yeah.
say gut comes up and I'm like, man, I'm good on gut. I got a bunch of that shit. You might attack it because you don't have any, and
Right. Like I got some gut today.
yeah, and I mean, we don't do any trimming, but I mean, look at mine here. In the sell off, it got pretty out of whack, dude.
Yeah.
CLM
Look,
is
you got 66% in Cornerstone.
right.
How you get margin calls?
Because I had other stuff I had to close.
Oh, okay. So you had too many trades?
Yeah, I had too many going, and I gave them. Let's see. And part of it, hold on, I'm gonna show you this.
Yeah, I still gotta get in YMAX and YMAG in this account.
Let's look at this.
You got 1,075 shares of USA.
USA.
Yeah,
I like USA.
I got USA.
That is a fund I would go in if you had to put everything into a thing and walk away.
Yeah,
That would be one of them. So when was my birthday?
February 14th.
The literal high. See this? Oh, hold on. This
Yeah.
that was the high. That exact day.
Yeah, and then they filed for the rights offering, the Friday after, the
Mm-hmm.
21st.
Mm-hmm. Now I couldn't have stopped. I couldn't have protected against a rights offering. I didn't know that was happening. You know what I mean?
I mean, how would you know?
You wouldn't. And it fell to right in here as soon as everyone knew it, which was $8.08.
Mm-hmm.
And I've had some people who they don't like me because of this. If you think about it on the grand scheme of things, I mean, it's not that big, right?
The thing is that, like, you can obviously have a lot of shares, so even if it drops $1,
Right.
and you've got like 4,000 shares, now you're down like 4 grand. People might get scared.
This one. Remember
Yeah,
over here, wasn't this the Japanese yen thing?
yeah. Well, it was August 5th was yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, we
Weren't you
we
here?
survived all of them.
Weren't you here?
Yeah.
I was thinking you were in New Orleans, weren't you?
Oh no, I wasn't. No, I wasn't there.
Uh, now I want to tell you, I may have told you this. I think I told you this. I was still asleep.
Yeah, I remember we were like off late. We were off, and then we went like
Yeah. I think we were
or no,
trading
I just
Bitcoin or
woke
some
up.
shit. We
Yeah,
were doing something. And then we both slept through.
yeah, and then woke up and it was like all recovered.
Yeah. From, of course it recovered from where the low.
Yeah,
But I had people blowing out that are on the second income stream in this pullback. I mean, if I feel like they didn't follow the strategy, what do you think? I mean,
clearly.
that's a big drop, dude. But I guess the point I'm trying to make is, it's done this 3 other times since we've been here, right?
Yeah,
Right. Now, what didn't happen over here and over here, I don't remember what the rest of the stock market did. But then we had a pullback in the S&P and the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ's dropped 13%. So if you're in the TQQ, like in my 3X leveraged portfolio, the Sky Dweller fund,
you're down 26%.
36, 30 something.
Oh yeah, it's triple S. Yeah,
Right. So, but we're starting to buy on, we started buying today.
you got some TQ today, a new pro.
Yeah. As soon as it goes stage 1, it's just, I buy some. I was going to pay off some margin. So why pay it off? Like, we're going to go
Yeah,
up.
it's just gonna increase your margin.
Yeah. Now, if that tomorrow goes bad and you're over leveraged, you got to take it down. So that's what I was going to tell people. I teach it way more conservative than I necessarily do it. Wouldn't you say that on everything?
Yeah, yeah, of course.
Even day trading.
Yeah,
Yeah. And, you are playing with fire, man. Like, I hate being the person that, here's a gun. A gun's going to do whatever the person who has the gun does. The gun in and of
yeah,
itself isn't bad, Margin in and of itself isn't bad. It's what you do with your margin.
yeah.
So what if you were, more in, I had a bunch of people told me they were 60, 70% in the weeklies.
I don't know. Like that's not. No one said to do that.
Right. Now, why do you think my concentration is so high? Then it's Uber, ECC, QQY, IWMY, GOF, YMAX, WT. I feel
Well,
like this is fairly conservative.
yeah, it is.
USA, I guess, could be pushed up.
Or down because it's fucking quarterly.
Yeah.
Right.
Right. That's definitely one of the things. So if I needed to raise money, honestly, dude, I'm going to just chip away at these low ones every day and try to just keep meeting my call. You know what I'm saying? Personally, I'm not going to go up here and sell these up here. They call that circling the wagons. So if you're ever in trouble, your top 10 or 12 are what you're protecting. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So everything down to, like, let's say if it's 5% protected, if we're going to trim anything, it's going to be from these down. And then you got to decide, and that may be a decision you have to make if you run a Subway. So this isn't your 401k, right? We have to keep
Right.
stressing it's not investing. It's not trading. It's not how I would look at it. Or I don't think it's going to work for you. What is your dividend total coming up? What's your yearly? Did it go down?
No. My yearly is $32,301.
Pull mine up. All right,
Per
so
month?
mine's 94,997.
Yeah, I'm at 32,300.
Now, if I wanted to try to live off this, I
We
didn't
can't,
have it.
yeah.
Hold on. Yeah. So sorry, guys. Here it is. So I clicked estimated income. Now, that's about what it was when we went into the sell-off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So this week, what's yours this week? Current week.
Let's see. Current week, 285.
That's what you got coming this week?
Yeah, and it looks like it's all my Friday dividends, like GPTY,
Hold on just
Misty.
a second. Let me pause this. All right. Can you see them?
Yeah.
Man, I almost cut GPTY. I'm gonna be
Why?
honest. When I got a little over on my margin, and I cut everything that was 100% except Misty.
Oh, GPTY is not 100%.
That's probably why it's not cut.
What else
Um,
did you have that was 100%?
I had a couple. So sometimes any of these new funds they mention, I'll just go buy a little bit.
I only have MSTY and MSTX.
Yeah.
Just Misty and MSTX.
I mean, honestly, my positions in Cornerstone and them are the top ones are just too big.
They are?
Yeah. I mean, I'm probably that's what was pushing me to close to a margin call. I could have owned less of them or less of other shit, I guess. I mean, less of everything, really, right? But I'm good. I mean, I only had to trim back a little bit, so I just cut some trades that I had open. That was it. Here's the thing: the income has not changed. I mean, it's gone
Right.
up,
It's
right?
just gone up. Yeah, when the stock price goes down, the yield goes up, typically.
Right. And I guess what I'm trying to get across is, I mean, you got to know your risk. So you need to understand margin. You need to understand available withdrawal compared to your balance. Now, because I had a guy, he claims he's on our second income stream, and he doesn't understand why, because it seems like since the sell off, his available margin has gone down.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, no shit, dude.
You need to just add
Your
more
balance
money.
has changed, which means your margin has changed, right?
Yeah.
Like he didn't understand that. And
When your balance goes down, do you go and check to make sure your margin went down? Like, why are they are like hyper obsessing over these numbers?
that I don't know, because what we're focused on is income. Your balance, I think, is going to float up and down.
Like, if your balance went down and then the margin went down, like, who cares?
Right. That's what I'm saying. But they make a big deal out of it.
I don't understand. Like,
And then,
obviously, when the market goes up, the margin's gonna go up.
right. And so I'm like, okay, well, if you get the margin call, if you're concerned, like you're too close, you're too tight, you just got to cut something. That's
Yeah,
it.
or transfer money. Like, I don't understand.
Right. But if it gets bigger, that may be harder. If you have like a $7,000 margin call, right, that could be harder.
Yeah, but hopefully, if you have that much money, you know what you're doing.
You would think, but like even that's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
Just being transparent. Um, that's on 150 grand, and the margin call is $1,800. I mean, it's not like it's
Yeah.
You can very easily raise that by selling something, you know. Like I close Amgen for a nice gain. Boom.
Yeah, that was perfect.
Now we're covered. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Um, and like you said, I mean, you can add money, and then when you add money, you can start picking up more shares, and then when prices recover, you know, you're going to go past your original balance. Let the dividends come in, and don't buy anything. If like in your situation where if you have the money and you could cover the call, I'm personally probably going to push it and buy shares. You know,
Yeah, obviously.
at some point, as you run back up on this next one and you're getting a decent balance, you know, you can scale that back. You know, you don't want to get yourself in a situation where you wipe out. Um, you know, I don't see how you do that if most of your money's in the conservative. You might have to take some hits. You know, maybe you got to let some yield max go or whatever. But that's not the end of the day. That's not the end of the world, right?
Right.
And I would start toward the bottom. I'm not going to kick out my fucking star players, right? Like I'm gonna
Right.
circle the wagon, and we got to write on that. It's like your top 12, ride or fucking die. Like these are, you know, we got to
What is, yeah, like, what's is circle wagon like an investing term?
Yeah, I mean, I thought I coined it, but then one day I heard
I've
uh
never even heard of this before.
yeah, it's called
Circling the
circle the
wagon?
wagon. That's what I call it. You haven't heard me say this?
No.
No, I said, I mean, I don't think, I mean, obviously I didn't make this up. When you traveled across the plains and the Indians attacked, you circled the wagons. You would have the wagons go in a circle to protect people in the center. So
Okay.
you bring in your most important things, your women, children, and money, whatever, and you
But
put it
this is
right
like only this is like if it's a fucking dire emergency.
right. If you have
Like
a
you shouldn't
seven
even
thousand
you,
dollar
you
margin
shouldn't be
call,
like
you have
yeah.
72 hours to come up with seven fucking grand. And then the
Yeah,
next day, if it goes down, and then if the next day it goes down, and if the next day it goes down, this can keep going, and you can run out of money. You get what I'm saying? If your
yeah.
position's too big. So in that situation, you may have to cut everything but the wagons, you know? Like you got to circle the wagon. That's what we call it. That's what I call it. That's what ARK did during the massive growth sell off. She circled the wagon. She cut everything but the 12 favorite stocks.
Okay.
So she literally held those, cut everything else, raised a big ass pile of money, and waited.
It's
And
portfolio management.
yeah, now, but here's the thing:
She's a
you're going to
risk
take some
manager.
hits. You're going to take hits on that. You're going to lock in losses. You know,
I mean,
but
so what?
we're
You're
going to get
protecting the capital.
right. And that phrase is refers circling the wagons. You know, that's what it means. It's a Wild West term,
Yeah, it does nothing for me.
right? But that's what it's called because I made it up.
Circling the wagons.
Yeah, as a kid, I used to watch westerns.
You
All
tell me
right,
to
so
go look at your account and circle the wagons. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
right now, you know, now 2 weeks. What's your income on there? If you do 2 weeks.
1,134.
Nice. So here's and the previous one was 2,200, right?
Yeah,
Now look at mine. Mine was 1,600, right?
yeah.
Now
So
it's
like tripled.
yeah. So I'm going to collect $4,360 over the next 2 weeks. So this week and next week.
Yeah.
Um,
Imagine if it was 40.
1,000.
Yeah.
Yep, that's what MFG Capital is about, man. So my conclusion is I was a little over margin. I'm just fine. My income hasn't gone down. Okay, the balance changed a little. I'm just
You
need to.
survived your margin
I
call, your daily
survived it.
margin call.
We got hit with a double whammy. There's no way for me to know there's going to be a rights offering. That shit happens every couple years, maybe every 4 or 5 years. They got us. It went down another 60 cents. If 60 cents is going to make or break you, you're too fucking leveraged. You got to back it off. If anything, right now, anybody that's had a pullback should be just, if you're just getting started in this, you should be happy, huh?
Yeah, this is a perfect time to get started.
Right. You've been just buying shares, man.
Yeah, I
Like
have.
you're buying more income in this, and yet I have some people who blew out. What in the fuck, dude? and then blame me for it.
Yeah, they press their own buttons. How
Right.
many shares do you have of CEPI?
How's that guy blow out and you're fucking buying more
I don't
income?
know. Send screenshots of the blowout.
I know, but I couldn't get the one guy to do it. What am I looking at?
CEPI. How many
Yeah.
shares do you have?
Oh, how many shares? Oh, I need. Oh, look at that breakout, dude. Hold up. 32.
Damn, I got 50.
I'm buying some right now.
And how much GIAX you got? I got 70.
Yeah, I'm probably behind on some of these.
It's gonna have to go in the morning. I mean, on Monday.
Oh, it's already too late. Never mind. Yeah, we'll just do it for
Yeah.
market then.
Just wait. Yeah.
Yeah, I have it buy some just so I see it. It's held up its price pretty good. That's it, man. So you feel like I feel like the bottom is in. I feel like we've done okay. Anybody blowing out here is just really mismanaged
Yeah. If
margin.
they blow out, just start again.
Right. Down in the bottom, I'm gonna have links to the second income stream. One of the guys who was saying he was blowing, he's not on the newsletter. He hasn't been through the webinar. I don't know why you would be doing this and not. I mean, that's $200. I'm sure he blew out a lot more than $200 fucking dollars,
Yeah.
and would it could have really honed in on the margin and all that shit, you know. I'm gonna put this video down there. I think this is a private video, right? The second income stream late night
Yeah.
lecture, December 20. That was last year.
Yeah. That's a private video.
And the very first thing says what? Leverage responsibly,
Yeah.
stay flexible, keep it sustainable. I'm gonna put this down in the notes down here. And I called yours a small account. It's small,
It is. It's 5 digits.
right? And
It's shrimp size.
Ethan was under 10. So now I'm going to try to find someone other than myself that's over 100. And I know we have several people that are
What
a
about
million.
Radiance?
We have several that are at 1 million.
Oh shit, like Jose?
Yeah, so I don't want to drop names. I mean, they may not want me to, but I'm gonna try to get them come on, and then I'm trying to find someone who just totally fucked it up, but they're not giving up. They're gonna fix it and go forward, but they know what they did was stupid. You know what I mean? Like it was no cornerstone. It was just all fucking yield max or something.
Yeah. But I mean, if they're in Babo, that's my top performer of the whole fucking account.
I would
Babo.
just keep the positions. I would take all the dividends and I'd just start buying fucking CLM and CRF.
Yeah, I mean, if they got a yield max Babo, like you're
Yeah.
fucking good.
And Misty, some of these, man, they're great prices right now. Don't lose faith, man. If you're not on the second income stream, man, come on, man. Get down there in the notes. We're trying to build out a community of people doing this. It's not trading. It's not investing. It's not a 401k. It's just making money with
Yeah, it's
money.
just cash flow.
Just cash flow. I like that hat, by the way.
Thanks.
I appreciate you coming on. And Jess helps me with the second income stream. We put out the Substack and we try to help everybody. And I think we're both active in the chat room, aren't we?
Yeah.
I've been sick the last couple of weeks, so I haven't been as active as I should have been, but she always jumps in for me. So I appreciate you, man.
Thanks for having me.
Boom.